You may have heard of Kobe, known for their world-renowned beef. But who would have guessed that there is so much more than that? Today, we'll show you an action-packed itinerary to perfectly spend a day trip to Kobe. We first head 1.5 hours northwest of Osaka by train, reaching Shin Kobe Station. Alright, we've arrived at the base of Nunobiki hiking trail. The easiest way to get here is to go to Shin Kobe Station, and it's about a 500-meter hike. Nunobiki Falls is one of the most iconic series of waterfalls in Japan, and we'll show you what it looks like. Watch for falling rocks and twigs. Not sure what I can do about falling rocks. I feel like if one is falling, it's a little too late. I'm dead. As we get closer to the main falls, the path becomes easier to navigate. And we finally arrived. Hello everyone. We're here at Nunobiki Falls. Nunobiki Falls is one of the 3 divine waterfalls here, and as you can see, it is quite divine. It towers at about 141 meters tall, and this is what feeds the water to the smaller falls that you saw earlier in the video. So we just finished the Nunobiki Falls hike. Ashley, what were your thoughts about it?
My knees will hate me later, but it was definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of scary going downhill because it was very steep and the steps were very rocky with no handrails.
Also a lot of leaves, so if it's rainy enough, you can potentially slip.
Yeah, it's a little slippery. So it's fun, but if you slip, it may be tragic. It took us about 40 minutes to go up and down. So a perfect morning hike before you go on an adventure and see the rest of Kobe.
Food.
And food.
This was our strenuous exercise before food.
Where are we going next?
So right now we're literally walking back to Sanomiya Station, and then we will be heading to Kobe Harborland.
Here we are at the Kobe Harborland Anpanman Children's Museum. We're not going to necessarily go in, but if you have children and they like cute cartoon characters or like watching Anpanman, this will be a great place to go. It's a cool Ferris wheel right nearby. Right now it's currently Christmas themed. There's a giant Anpanman statue inside. Here we are at Kobe Harborland by the waters. You can see it's a great view. Come here early if you want to be, here without it, get pictures without anyone in the shots or anything. Right now, it's pretty empty, and you can see the skyline at Kobe. It looks absolutely beautiful. Next, we walk around to the Kobe Port Tower, which is the iconic red tower that we just saw from the skyline view. The Kobe Port Tower is an observatory that was built in 1963 and towers at 354 feet high. It costs 1,200 yen to access both the observatory and the open roof deck. We're here on the rooftop of the Kobe Port Tower. It's pretty scary, very high up.
My favorite part, the can save me. We
were just over there, which is the Anpanman Museum.
One of the floors of this tower has a Team Labs-like experience, which was pretty fun.
Ashley, do you like using your... Oh, wait. Ashley, do you like using your imaginations?
We were feeling a bit hungry at this point, so we descended the tower and walked 15 minutes north to reach Kobe Chinatown. We want to try Kobe beef at one of the street stalls, so we head to Kisokichi, which is a certified seller of Kobe beef. You can tell that a restaurant is a certified seller by the gold statue on display.
This is the red meat, and this is the beef rib. How is it?
It's full soft and fatty.
How's the flavor? Any seasoning?
Just salty.
So the red meat. Let's give it a try.
The flavor was quite good and a bit greasy. It's worth trying here if you're crunched for time. Retrospectively, eating at an actual Kobe beef restaurant brings more value for your dollar. Next door, we spotted a soup dumpling stall. They charged 500 yen, or about $3 for 6, which is quite a good price. Taste, on the other hand, was a bit mediocre though. The skin was a bit thick and fragile, so the soup spilled out easily. The meat had a slight sweetness to it, so it wasn't quite authentic. If you had Flushing, New York soup dumplings, those are miles ahead.
We're here queuing up for Rokko, which is a store in Chinatown in Kobe that's known for their steamed meat buns. Never heard about it until we saw here, but the line here is huge, so we decided to queue up. But as you can see, a ton of people on the other side of the street, and the restaurant's actually around the corner behind this pillar right here.
We waited about 30 minutes in line for Rokko, and they did a good job at managing the line. It cost about 600 yen, or $4, for 5 buns, which is okay pricing.
Alright, so we'll give them a try. No clue what's inside, but we'll find out. There's a pork filling with some vegetable. Pretty hot. The bun is pretty bouncy.
They take pride in the skin of it, apparently.
The skin honestly is pretty good. Pretty bouncy and nice and soft. What are your thoughts?
It's alright.
Honestly, I don't understand the hype.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Did it taste like any other bun or question or something? There's a lot more people now that we're approaching lunchtime. Currently, it is exactly noon.
All over Kobe Chinatown, we see stalls selling these pork belly meat buns. We decide to stop at one of these stalls to give it a try. It costs about 350 yen, or $2 for one, which is about average around the area. Overall, nothing too special about these. Flavor of the braised pork belly wasn't very strong, but the bun was nice and soft though. Kobe Chinatown's food leaves a lot to be desired. However, when in doubt, just eat a famichiki.
Here we are in front of Ikuta Shrine.
About a 10-minute walk north from Kobe Chinatown, is Ikuta Shrine, a Shinto shrine that is possibly one of the oldest shrines in all of Japan. Dedicated to the goddess of weaving, Wakahirume, people visit the shrine to pray for making connections for business or romance. Because the shrine has survived many disasters throughout history, people also pray for health and protection. Our next destination is Mount Rokko. Traveling 40 minutes northeast by train and bus, we reach the Mount Rokko ropeway, which brings you to the top of the mountain. The cable car ride takes about 10 minutes and costs about $10 for a round-trip ticket. This offers a great, relaxing ride to the top. At 931 meters tall, Mount Rokko is the highest peak in the Rokko mountain range. At the top, there's a bus system to get you to the attractions. Once we arrived at the peak, we are met with cold, snowy weather and an amazing panoramic sight of Kobe.
We're up on top of a tower at the peak of Mount Rokko, and it is so freaking cold and windy, but you can see all of Kobe, parts of Osaka, and it's a stunning view. Just a lot of snow, coldness, and the wind.
I'm gonna waddle like a penguin.
A lot of honey-related goods, but there's also these sheep.
Here we are, back to downtown Kobe. It's Saturday night, and the nightlife is just getting started. We had a 7 o'clock reservation, so we were just passing the time shopping around. Like any big city in Japan, you'll find the standard assortment of stores such as karaoke lounges, restaurants, and of course, you guessed it, crane games.
Hey, yo! Dang! First try! Are you proud of your skills?
No, I'm proud of my luck.
Kobe is often associated with the world-renowned Kobe beef. There's no better place to end our trip to Kobe than at Ishida Main Shop, one of the best Kobe beef teppanyaki spots. We had to book a reservation months in advance as this popular destination gets booked up super fast. We ordered the 110-gram Kobe sirloin set, which cost us about $120 per person. The first thing on the menu is an appetizer platter consisting of roast beef, potato compote with cheese tart, and salmon and yellowtail sashimi. The flavors nicely complement each other and was a great start to the meal. We then had a sweet corn soup and salad, which weren't anything too special, pretty standard sides. With the filler out of the way, what we're really here for is the star of the show, Kobe beef. We watch as the chef slap the meat on the grill and meticulously grill it to perfection. The 110 grams is portioned and cooked separately, so you're always eating a piece at the right temperature. The vegetable sides are grilled in the beef fat, infusing it with a sweet, buttery aroma. Each piece was cooked to perfection. I was blown away by how tender and succulent beef could be. Honestly, it lived up to the hype. Hey Ashley, What were your thoughts about the Kobe beef?
It was good. I really like how it melted in your mouth. It was very soft and buttery.
As round 2 came out, it was quickly demolished. Although the portions look small, Kobe beef is surprisingly filling, as the fat content of Kobe beef is very high compared to regular beef. As if the chef can read my mind, we were served the desserts: ice cream, fruit, and pastry with milk tea. The perfect way to end a meal. Overall, Kobe is often an afterthought when thinking about day trip locations from Osaka. I hope our journey today is enough to convince you to consider Kobe as a key destination. Whether you enjoy nature, cityscape, good food, or nightlife, Kobe has something to offer for everyone. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next adventure to the Kyushu Islands.